Get ready to access powerful Stargate vortexes unlocking on New Year's Eve and on New Year's Day this week. The clock is turning from 2022 into 2023 with openings in the Stargates of Alcyone on December 31st and Aldebaran on January 1st. On New Year's Eve, Stargate Alcyone opens up, granting you access to angelic frequencies that empower you to increase your wealth and also your happiness. New Year's Day, Stargate Aldebaran extends to you sort of a pathway for starseed energies that strengthen your construct so that you can easily stand strong in the event that nefarious necromancers use Aldebaran Stargate to cause trouble with your relationships. We'll show you how to protect yourself and use it for your benefit, because there are things that can be done with the Stargate by nefarious necromancers, so you need to know how to use it for your benefit and protect yourself. And we're going to show you how to do that through revealing to you this ancient secret knowledge of the Magi. We are enabling you to access powerful Stargate frequencies once only available to the pre-scientists of Atlantis. We will be giving you the names of Stargate pointer stars of the accessible constellations opening up this week, in addition to the pertinent star magic angels and lords, as well as images or icons which you can use as magical talismans to gain more wealth, power, and health. These images and methods are the true, the authentic secrets of the ancient astrologists that creators of advertisements, movies, television shows, plays, paintings, and social media use to conjure responses from audiences. We want to empower you and show you how you can draw upon these images to your great benefit. So we're empowering you, because it's about time that you were also able to determine your own fate and guide your own destiny. And now, here are your weekly Stargate names, bringing to you many opportunities to improve your life, as well as star magic angels and lords, which are the powerful Stargate guardians of each of these gates, and the lunar mansion pathways to access each Stargate from December 30th, 2022 to January 1st of 2023. So we're starting on December 30th, we're ending with the 1st of January. Now, mansions of the moon signs, pathways to each Stargate, and magic opportunity. We have, for the mansions of the moon, we have the waxing half moon in Aries. It's a first quarter moon. It happens at 1:21 a.m. on December 30th. We have a waxing gibbous moon, December 31st, 2022, that lasts through until January 5th of 2023. Also, we're going to give you the information as Luna transits through the signs of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer that can benefit you using tropical astrology and universal time coordinated. Use projective imaginings, pictures, films, advertising, or magic during a waxing, sort of a half moon, or even a waxing gibbous moon. So you can use it for both of these, okay? That's, again, it's going to be for projective magic, okay? This is when you will notice that you will be actively causing the events that occur in your life rather than events coming towards you. This is a purposefully active or projective consciousness where you will create icons, pictures, sigils, sounds, or recordings with the intention of absorbing these pre-made magical talismans when Luna goes into a decreasing moonlight phase. Here is your daily Stargate. Lunar Mansion Star Magic Pathways, Angels and Lords Astrology Guidance for December 30th, 2022 to January 5th, 2023. We're starting off with, we have the 30th. Okay, on the 30th, we have Aries Waxing Half Moon happening at 1:21 a.m. or 01:21 hours in Lunar Mansion number 1. From the beginning to the mid-portion of the Ram, the sign of the Ram, occurring more than 8 hours before a waxing gibbous moon moves into Lunar Mansion number 2 at 09:32 hours. Okay, now firstly, Luna activates Lunar Mansion number 1. Okay, the stars Sheraton and also Mesotheme are the Stargates we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's favorable for energetic activity, though take heed that adversaries or enemies attempt to intimidate during this mansion for purposes of inflicting dissension in your ranks, okay? Dislodgement from your position or place or persons and businesses upon opponents during this mansion. Beware. Pictures or icons depicting a black warrior wielding a weapon, according to Agrippa and Warnock's reference to the book Imperatrix, showing a man fighting. He's like a warrior, a fighting man, and he's wearing an outfit made of hair that circles around his midsection, while with his right arm, he's tossing a piercing weapon, okay? This rendering is used to annihilate a specific person or group of people. It's from the horns of Aries in the constellation of Aries the Ram with lunar angel Geniel and Lord Garrett's. Secondly, we have Luna activates lunar mansion number 2. The star Botine is the Stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. Advantageous for locating and retrieving jewelry and other expensive riches, as well as making audacious moves to better yourself or those in your charge. Also, beneficial for securing detainees. Beware that rivals wanting to cause rebellion in your ranks often attempt to exploit such opportunities during this mansion. Utilize a picture or emblem of a king sporting a crown atop his head. 4. During this mansion, such a rendering causes reunion, okay, and good understanding with the crown prince. From the belly of Aries, the constellation of Aries the Ram, with lunar angel Int'l and Lord Int'l. So that's how you can use these for your best benefit. How you can use any kinds of just talking about it in words is another thing that people do, okay? Like they'll make YouTube videos or something or post on Facebook that have certain words that are invocative and that activate these lunar mansions. And of course, the logical mind is just noise. Then it distracts you. The logical mind is the distraction the magician uses to then give you symbols that you think might be silly. And they go right into your right brain and right in and they program you. And they tell you that don't be emotional. Only be logical. You know why? Because it makes them able to program you easier. Because the more logic, the more distraction from what's actually going on. Now, December 31st, that's New Year's Eve, we have, this is still 2022, in Aries waxing gibbous moon to Taurus moon in lunar mansion number 3 at 0907 hours. The star Alcyone is the Stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. Okay? Now, it's profitable for enchanters, chemists, pharmacists, sailors, and sportsmen, hunters, trappers, and poachers. Okay? Use depictions or symbols of a richly dressed lady reclining in a valuable chair, resting her right arm, or she could use her left arm, but usually it's the right arm, casually above her head. Okay? For this representation causes anyone viewing it to become joyful, wealthy, and acquiring all that one desires in life. The star Alcyone resides in the sign of the Bull, while lunar mansion number 3 spans from the end of Aries to the beginning of Taurus, from the rainy ones, or those that reign, or the Pleiades, in the constellation of Taurus the Bull, with lunar angel Amixia and Lord Annuncia. January 1st, New Year's Day, 2023. We have a Taurus waxing gibbous moon in lunar mansion number 4 at 0919 hours. The star Aldebaran is a Stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. Beneficial to find safety in reinforcing your structures. Beware competitors seeking revenge, separation, hatred, and malice. Dreadful for married people and relationships in general, and reptiles run away during this mansion. Beware an image of a soldier riding upon a horse, brandishing a snake in his right hand, for this picture or icon causes the one projecting such magic to obtain revenge or cause others to seek revenge. It also causes them to be able to break up marriages or relationships or to generate enmity, to create spitefulness also, okay? Again, the best thing to do during this mansion is to stay out of trouble, is to work on strengthening your constructs, and your edifices, and or your edifices. So work on something that you want to strengthen, whether it's a mental construct, an emotional construct, or something that you've built, or something that you want to reinforce, like your house, your business, the building itself. That's what is going to help you during this mansion number 4, okay? And this mansion is the reason I started doing lunar mansions in the first place. Because on this lunar mansion, someone sort of came up and started harassing me in a big box store. And I backed him down. And, he apologized after that because I backed him down. He would have kept bothering me if I didn't back him down, but I did. And so he stopped and he apologized. And so I didn't press charges. But what you need to understand is this was the day of this mansion. And I had thought that what we should have done is stay home that day and worked on structuring, reinforcing some of the structures or fences around our house. That's a better thing to do during this mansion, because if you go out in public, now if it's a full moon, you'll end up going after someone when you shouldn't. And if it's a new moon, they'll come after you, okay? Or if it's a waning moon, they'll come after you. If it's a full or waxing moon, you'll go after them, okay? That's why we're telling you what kind of moon phase we're in, okay, when it happens, okay? So this is the very reason I got into lunar mansions, with this mansion right here. And the day that it happened was the 23rd day of the month, too, okay? All right. And because of that, my daughter now does all kinds of things with numerology to help me out and help herself and help others to see how, the powerful sort of dates during each month. See how the thing shows that on Facebook. Now, this is from the head of Taurus in the constellation of Taurus the Bull with lunar angel Azariel and Lord Asares. January 2nd, already again into 2023, Taurus waxing gibbous moon to Gemini moon in lunar mansion number 5 at 10:01 hours. The star Mesa is the Stargate. We access 4 star magic opportunities when Luna activates this mansion. Valuable for gaining good health and the favor of kings and his court, and to become influential, as well as to receive all good things for which you ask. Acquire high esteem for your good marriage by generating icons of your good relationships or your good affairs, and to project them into your universe. Beware renderings showing the devastation of casual lovers, for this rendering will devastate your careless relationships. Understand that, okay? Now, the traditional picture for this mansion is an icon of a man's head, used to gain help and esteem of sovereigns, monarchs, and constables, as well as to gain access to theaters, plays, and concerts. From the white spot in the stars that span from the end of the constellation of Taurus the Bull to the beginning of Gemini the Twins with lunar angel Gabriel and Lord Kabil. If you're Catholic, you need to get one of the like a painting or a card, a Catholic card, or some kind of picture of the veil of Saint Veronica when she wiped Jesus' face and it imprinted on the cloth. That is the Catholic version for this mansion, and that is Lord Kabil in that picture. That's Jesus taking on that image. And also, or lunar angel Gabriel, not Gabriel, Gabriel. There's no R in it, Gabriel, okay? And it works. I had put it in a place in my studio here, my little office, where my husband in his man cave can see it, okay? And ever since I did that, he's been getting so many promotions and so many offers, he can't even keep up with it, seriously. And I don't hardly ever look at it, because I have it where he's going to see it when he's not even trying. But I really should look at it more too, because it really brings you all kind of great luck. Okay, now, we went through December already. Okay, January 3rd, 2023, Gemini waxing gibbous moon in lunar mansion number 6 at 11:08 hours. The star Alhena is the Stargate. We access 4 star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's profitable for successful hunting as well as conquest of towns and villages. Doctors are stopped from applying their trade during this mansion. Beware sons of sovereigns, okay, seeking vengeance, and those that desire to destroy your harvest and your business or your business. Watch out for love-hate relationships during this mansion. This is number 6, okay? Use the icon of two people embracing each other to guarantee love between these two, and it's any two that you choose. This is how the matchmaker applies her trade. Matchmaker, matchmaker. Does Make Me a Match, that song, I think that was from, it was from a movie, can't remember what the name of it was. But anyway, it'll come to me later. Anyway, it's from a movie. Anyway, it's from the little star of great light in the constellation of Gemini the twins with lunar angel Durachiel and Lord Neta-Yirahe. And again, it's lunar mansion number 6. Okay, January 4th. Again, let's burrow it into our brains and let's break your screen with 2023. Okay, say it over and over again, because we got to make sure that we don't keep writing 2022 when we mean to be writing 2023. So we're going to just sort of burn it into your brain there. Okay, so January 4th, 2023, we have a Gemini waxing gibbous moon in lunar mansion number 7 at 12:34 hours. The stars Castor and Pollux are the stargates we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. And you can check out the series Orphan Black. Use Castor, okay, in one of the names, and it obviously invokes a lot of this. Now, brings loyalty. It's a great show. I enjoy it. Brings loyalty and trust betwixt associates and partners. Beware the annihilation of legal systems and justice, okay? Gets rid of Lord of the Flies and flies, okay? And his minions, in other words. It gets rid of like Beelzebub, the guy that catches the fly, and his minions, okay? And the flies, okay? Use an icon of a man or woman lifting her hands up to heaven, requesting from heaven to gain plenty of superior, high-quality goods and services, relationships, and properties, okay? From the arm of Gemini in the constellation of Gemini the twins with lunar angel Sakeliel and Lord Sile or Selehe. Now, understand that when you do this, you're going to receive what you're asking for, okay? When you do this, you're going to have to give what you're talking about. So if you're doing this and you're asking for things, it's not going to work, all right? If you want it to work, you have to do this when you're praying, when you're asking for something, okay? Actually, in Kabbalah, the true secret to prayer is not asking for things you want. It's figuring out how each thing that happens to you, no matter what it is for good. Like all things work together for good for those of God and serve His purpose, that scripture, okay? What that means is there's always a good reason it's happening. And if you can manage it and find the good in it, no matter if it seems bad, but you find the good in it, you say, well, how does this benefit me? You know, if it's something that I don't like, how does it benefit me? And when you find that answer, then you have the mind of God or goddess or divinity or the creatrix. You have that high mind, and then you'll be able to move things in your way, because your very next desire, according to Kabbalah, will be what they say God's will or the goddess's will or the creatrix's will or the will of nature or the will of the divine, whatever you want to call it, or nature, because nature is really what's behind everything. So when your desire will be in alignment only after you figure out what's good about it. If you don't find that out and you take an action of your desire, it'll get worse and worse and worse. If you figure out what's good about it, it'll get better and better and better, because you'll be in the will of the creatrix or the universe or nature or God's will or goddess's will, whatever. Okay? Amen? All women? Amen. All women. Okay. January 5th, 2023. Okay. Cancer waxing gibbous moon in lunar mansion number 8 at 14 hours. I don't usually put the third numeral in there because I don't feel it's that necessary. But this wasn't just 14 hours. This was 14 hours. So I put it in there because I like when things do that. The star Precipe is the Stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's favorable to find love amongst traveling companions. Beware pictures of cruel detention centers mistreating their detainees, for this image will bring these things to pass, okay? Now, vermin and mammalian pests are chased away during this mansion. Beware images of specific types of timid or poor people being driven from their homes as if they are parasites, for such representations will cause this to happen. Understand that. Use an icon of an eagle sporting a strong face of a human, for this rendering will give you great conquest in warfare. So there were some Egyptian petroglyphs that are, that have that. They had them in Egypt. That's why they were a powerful nation, yeah? You have the eagle with the man's face, yeah? Now, from Misty in the constellation of Cancer the Crab, with lunar angel, the Mediel, and Lord Anadix. Now, what I'd like to give to you here are the books that you must have if you want to study lunar mansions, or you want to study lunar mansion magic, or you want to understand how to utilize it for your favor, or just know what's going to happen to you, because these things happen like bada bing, bada boom, clockwork. It's always the lunar mansion, and they manifest on the day. But if you want to influence it to be in your favor, that's when you make sure when it's waxing, you put the picture in front of yourself, and when it's waning, you look at it. That's how, because you're just reprogramming your software. Okay, you take out the old programs, put in a new one. You click it in, put in a new one. Okay, that's how you do it. So, the first book is a must-have is Imperatrix it's attributed to the Islamic. He's an astrophysicist and scientist, and he had so many sciences he was proficient in. He was greatly honored, and he's Maslama al-Madriti. Imperatrix. Second one is The second one is 3 books of occult philosophy by Henry Cornelius Agrippa. Okay, and he wrote that in 1500s, and Llewellyn has one that I have bought, and it's I think it's from 2000, and got to have that one. That's for all Agrippa's work. Also, a really must-have book. It's The Mansions of the Moon, A Lunar Zodiac for Astrology and Magic by Christopher Warnock, and that's published by Renaissance Astrology. And there's another book that's The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology by Vivian Irwood Robson. That's written in 1923. Okay, 1923. That's a must-have book as well. That's really, really informative, and a lot of people get a lot of their information from that book. Okay, so those are must-have books. Thanks for joining us. Join us again next week.